Be like a dog. Be like Pippity. Have you ever wondered why, unlike humans, dogs usually look so happy and healthy and unworried? In this video, we'll look at why that is and how you can learn to be happy and healthy too by being just like them. Be like a dog. Because who's a good dog? Yes, you're a good dog. Welcome to the Liz and Skatz channel. Hi, I'm Skatz, and I'm a musician, actor, puppeteer, writer and dog lover with type 2 diabetes, and together with my wife Liz, who is a holistic therapist, clinical aromatherapist and yoga and meditation teacher, we have beaten my diabetes and lost over 110 pounds in weight with a keto and fasting lifestyle, and now we're vlogging about that and our travels and other adventures in health and well-being every week so that we can spread the word about how to make you happy too. Pippity pip, pippity pip, pippity 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 pip. So help us to help you by doing this. Subscribe, and click on the bell. One thing we've learned since getting our first dog, Aggie, Waggy Woo, Mrs. Woo, Lady Woo of Woobington Hall, 14 years ago, is that dogs can teach us so much about our health and well-being. She's such a lovely puppy. So, here are the 15, yes, count them, 15 things that dogs can teach us. So, stick around to the end of this video. Stay around for the bonus. Squirrel. Yes, stay to the very end. And you will find out the secrets of a long and happy walkies. There's a bonus at the end too. Bone. And don't forget to click on that like button if you're a good dog. Yes, you're a good dog. Woo. Number 1. Living in the moment. Yes, dogs don't think too hard about the past and the future. They react to what's happening now, then they move on. So they really have very few worries at all. They eat, they sleep, they exercise, and they give and receive affection. And that adds up to what I call pack stability, which is all about... Number 2, family, yes. Dogs are content when they're in a pack. That's their natural state. As long as they have calm and assertive leaders, they're in a state of balance, of stability, which we would call contentment. Oh, you're happy, puppy. They need the closeness of a pack to be fully content. They help each other, they protect, they work together for the sake of the pack. Yes, they can. Oh, you're such a good dog. When a dog is a pet, his human family is his pack. We found that when we got a second dog, the first one was so much more content because when they were put to bed at night, they were with each other. Dogs don't really do loneliness very well. Oh, is puppy sad? Puppy very sad. Don't be sad, puppy. In the same way, people should be around a stable group of people. Number 3, exercise. Dogs will run and run and run and run and run because it's built into their genes, and it really looks as if they enjoy it too. It keeps them active, it keeps them fit, it gets their metabolism working really well, and that makes them healthy. We should definitely do the same. Number 4, stretching. Whenever a dog starts moving about after being still or asleep, it stretches its muscles and often it shakes to release any tension. They have no problems with posture, unless they're injured, of course. So they don't really get the aches and pains from that, or headaches. We can really take a lesson from that. Get up slowly and warm up your muscles and stretch and loosen up before you go running about everywhere and doing yourself a mischief. Number 5, anger. Ruff, 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 ruff. Dogs have no anger or any other complex or negative emotions. It's true. Ruff, 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 ruff. Now, I know what you're thinking. You've seen what you think is an angry dog, but it's not anger. There can be aggression if they're threatened or attacked or unbalanced. They can attack if they're trained to do it or if they're shown aggressive behaviour, but it's not anger. That's a human emotion. That's something that builds up inside you over time. Dogs don't do that, and we shouldn't either, because of number 6. Holding on to emotions. Dogs never plot revenge. They forget and walk away. They don't worry forever if they're treated a little bit different from another dog. They don't know what unfairness is. Oh. All they want is stability. Oh. And when we are stable and find a way to let go of our troubled emotions, we can be happy too. Oh, Pippity. Number 7. No need for money. Dogs don't have a desire for things or more things than other dogs or shiny things. They just need stability. And if you're thinking stability is boring, then let me tell you that dogs don't get bored. They still go on adventures. They still investigate. They live their best life to the very fullest limit without gathering things around them. Number 8. No judgment. Dogs don't judge anyone based on their colour or their gender or anything. They react to individuals based on instincts and finely honed senses. If someone is nervous or irritable, they'll tend to stay away if they're stable in their pack. They're clever like that. They don't move towards that behaviour. They move on. They walk away. We can all do that too. Number 9. Unconditional love. Pippity. Now, dogs don't, in my opinion, express love in the same way that humans do. What they have is actually much simpler and probably better than that. Their love isn't complicated by desires or morals or shame or guilt or embarrassment or regret. It's not conditional on being promised something or being loved back or being given things. It's just there and real and in the moment and pure and simple. Wouldn't life be so much better if you could be like that? Be like a dog. Be like Pippity. Number 10. Sadness. Oh, puppy's sad. Don't be sad, puppy. Now, whatever expression you think a dog might have on its face, she's got big puppy dog eyes, that's just you anthropomorphizing. Dogs don't show human emotions on their faces. That's your imagination. They can tell you things through their behaviour if you know what to look for, but they won't be sad. Those big sad eyes, that's not sadness. It's just the way dogs look. It's learned behaviour. Millennia ago, they realised that if they looked at us like that, we'd give them food and a pat on the head, and we would protect each other, and we just became their extended pack. That's how society can work really well. But I digress. Dogs don't get sad the way we do, which means they don't get. Number 11. Depression. Dogs might get affected by trauma sometimes, but if they're put into a stable pack, a stable family, they will fairly quickly get back to typical dog behaviour. Pippity. Which suggests that we could do the same if we learn to be like them. Be like a dog. Be like Pippity. Number 12. Obesity. Now, in the wild, dogs don't become obese. They don't get overweight, partly because they run and they hunt a lot, and partly because when they do eat, they eat what they need. They feast. They don't snack all day, and they don't eat carbohydrates. And they fast regularly, so they don't get hungry in the same way that we do. When they're pets, of course, some dogs can get fat from lack of exercise and because they're fed too much and too often, and they're not eating what they eat in the wild. Dogs are pure carnivore. Dog food has carbs and additives in it, and it's up to their pack leaders to make sure their diet is appropriate for their level of activity and size and breed. It's our unnatural foods and additives and lack of exercise, excessive sugars and insistence that carbs should be the biggest part of a balanced diet that have caused the obesity epidemic. Pippity pip, pippity pip, pippity 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 pip. Dogs only get fat if we don't allow them to exercise in the way that dogs would naturally do if left to their own devices. Number 13. Diabetes. This follows on perfectly from obesity. One of our dogs is very, very old now. You saw her picture before. Her name is Aggie. Waggy Woo, Mrs. Woo, Lady Woo of Woobington Hall. And we think she probably has diabetes. And what she's taught us because of this is a dog's behaviour is a good way of diagnosing illness. lots of water being drunk, restlessness, other illness symptoms like arthritis. Of course, behaviour isn't the only way of diagnosing, but it illustrates that we should diagnose holistically. Vets tend to do it automatically because they generally can't talk to their patients. Doctors do it to some extent, but perhaps not as much as they could. The other things we can learn from our dog's behaviour is that carbs are addictive. Aggie is always hungry, even more hungry than dogs normally are. Oh, waggy woo. Number 14. Dogs don't complain. Ruff, 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 ruff. They just get on with it. Now, our dog Aggie got an infection in her eye that was incurable and she was in pain, but she didn't complain. It was only after the vet, after a full examination while she was unconscious, told us that she must be in pain, and then we agreed that the eye would have to come out. Since then, she's still not complained. She just gets on with it. She gets on with life. Where's she gone? Where's Pippity? Move! And finally, number 15. Love nature. Dogs absolutely adore nature. They like to be outside. It's natural. That's where the word natural comes from. Nature. It's so obvious that we should do it too. I told you there was a bonus coming. Boom! And here it is. Thanks for staying this long. There's a bit more afterwards, so don't go away yet. This is the bonus. How to play. Play, ball. Dogs will play from the moment they can move until they can no longer move. Even our ancient dog still plays like a puppy. They muck about, they explore and they bounce around and interact with their pack. It's how they relax and learn positive behaviours. We should do the same. Keep playing. Be like a dog. So, in conclusion, be like a dog. Be like Pippity. She's a good dog. Oh, yes, she is. Pippity, 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 Pippity. Be like Pippity. Thank you for watching all the way to the end of this video. Watch one of these next. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on the bell. Ding! Peace and love, health and happiness to you all. Bye for now.